com. It is Saturday, April 10th, 2021, here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Our best bets are our premium picks. A couple ways to get those. One is our YouTube premium picks, and the other is just our regular premium picks at the site. Reminder, I have really very little to do with anything beyond posting the picks in the premium area, in the premium on YouTube. At the site, I can help you guys with whatever, any issues you might have, but YouTube, very little to nothing that I can do to help you, unfortunately. But the way of the world. But anyways, let's bring in the guys and get rolling. We have a big schedule here, so happy birthday. That's not what I was looking for. Let's see what the guys are. Here they are. Unmute them. And, yeah, we got a full schedule today. We got NBA, we got Major League Baseball, and NHL. Tons of games. I don't know, not the best looking NBA card in the world, but sometimes those are the best ones. Got Brian, Ron, and Rod with us, as usual.
Morning.
Morning, everybody.
Big schedule full, a lot of crap NBA games.
It is a lot of crap NBA games, but they pay the same as the NBA championship game, Game 7, when you bet on them. So that's the beauty of the whole thing.
Yeah, but the problem is you never know. The Pistons going to show up and play their best game, or they're just going to lollygag around, or the Wizards going to put forth their bet. You know, it's not like you have two teams with something to play for. It's just like, I don't know.
Welcome
the
to
end of the baseball season.
Welcome to my life. You got the Raptors against the Cavaliers. You got the Nets against the Lakers, the Jazz against the Kings, and the Thunder Buddies up against the 76ers. Brian, any of these four beauties piqued your
I'm going
interest?
to go right down the line here. I'm going to take the Toronto Raptors over the Cavs and lay the points. The Cavs have 2 straight wins. They beat the Thunder by close to 30. Big deal. I think the Raptors are just overall the better team, and they've severely underperformed, probably due to not having a home site. But I like the Raptors today, laying the points. I'll take the Lakers plus the points over the Nets in a small action wager, and I'll lay the 12.5 with the Jazz over the Kings. I just think the Kings are in one of those funks where they lose 7-8 games in a row. I think the Jazz take them to the task today.
How about you, Ron?
Yeah, I also like the Jazz. You know, the Kings, like Brian said, they're very, very streaky, and they've been in a real big slump recently, lost their last 5. And I think the Jazz just take care of business at home. And I also like the 76ers laying the points. You know, Thunder, man, they've been really struggling as of late. You know, just lost to the Cavaliers by 27, the Pistons by 24 not too long ago. Just not a team I can back right now. So I'll take the 76ers. I would watch out. Make sure you see if Joel Embiid's going to play. I like the 76ers even if he doesn't play, but you'll probably get a better price. So just keep that on lookout.
And for me in these ones, I agree with Brian. I like the Raptors here. All things pointing to Lowry being back, and Lowry will be a big, huge boost for this Raptors team. Whenever he gets to play, everybody just seems to up their game a little. So I'll take the Raptors in that one. I'm going to take the Nets. Nets at home over the Lakers. Lakers still missing their guys, and I think Nets are going to roll in that one. And I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take the Kings. I think that's just too many points with the Jazz. Jazz win the game, not by 12.5. Give me the Kings plus the points in that one.
I'm going to go with the other side. I'm going to take the Cavaliers. The Raptors are a hot mess, man. And normally when they get players back from the injured list, they lose about 4 or 5 games in a row. And this Raptors team, fully capable of losing at least 4 or 5 in a row, if not more than that. So I think the Cavs are where the money is there. I think you take them on the money line for the easy win, layup. Then I like the Nets against the Lakers. the 10.5. I mean, you don't see the Lakers getting 10.5 points ever. I know Brian has become senior square this week, but, I don't think that, the Lakers have a chance here with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving both playing. Look for the Nets to just pour it on Showtime on TV, national TV game, ABC. I mean, it's got everything going on. These guys are going to want to put on a show, and they will put on a show. Look for the Nets by 20+. I also like the Jazz in this one. The Kings, streaky good, streaky bad. They are streaky bad right now. If you look at their last 10 games, 5-5. 10 games ago, 5. The last 5, lost all 5. This is how the Kings have rolled all season long. And the losing streaks have actually run longer than the winning streaks. That's why they have a losing record. They had one losing streak, and that was about 10 games plus, and that's really the difference maker. But the Jazz, I think, will help them out with that to make a run at that, to make it 6 in a row in the loss column. Jazz have, after losing to the Suns, they have a lot more purpose now because, well, their lead has shrunk for best overall record in the NBA, and that home court advantage, when you play in the altitude like the Jazz does, the home court advantage is actually a little bit bigger than it is for some people, regardless of how many fans are in the stands, even though the Utah fans are pretty good. That's about it for me on those. We've got the Warriors and the Rockets, the Suns against the Wizards, and the Portland Trailblazers against the Pistons.
The only one out of those three that I'm going to put any action on are the Phoenix Suns laying the 12 points against the Wizards. Wizards on a back-to-back off a nice surprise win against the Warriors. I just think the Suns come to play tonight and blow them out by 20.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I like the Suns too. Big upset win yesterday for Washington, but Bradley Beal's still a little banged up. We'll see if he plays today. Back to back on the road, just not a great spot for me to take the Wizards. So I like the Suns. I also like the Warriors to bounce back after their loss to the Wizards yesterday. Rockets are also on a back to back. Warriors get to stay at home while the Rockets have to travel. It's not a huge trip from LA to San Fran, but still, Rockets team doesn't play great defense on the road, and the Warriors, although they have a losing record, they are 15-10 overall at home this season. I think they get a double-digit win, so I'll lay the points.
Who was that second one?
The Warriors.
Rod?
And for me, I'm going to go with Portland. I'll lay the big number. Portland at home here. 15-10 at home. I know they're only 4-6 against the number. Detroit's playing a little better basketball, but Detroit up a win this year. They're 4-10-1 ATS off a win. So I'm going to take Portland. I think it blows them out here. I'm going to take Houston as well. Golden State's dead. I don't know how you give up a 4-point play with a 3-point lead with that little time and then blow the game and then lose. That was just awful. Houston gets the cover. 9 points, that's too many. Give me Houston plus the 9 points over Golden State.
If you guys can hit the like button, greatly appreciated. Cost you nothing, takes you half a second, helps us a ton. Keeps these shows going. I like the Pistons here. I just think good defense always does it in, at least for the cover, against good offense. The Blazers are 15-10 at home this season, but they're 10-15 against the number. They don't win by a lot of points. They win a lot of close games. These teams just played in Detroit, and the Blazers did blow out the Pistons. I think the Pistons get a little bit of revenge. I think they man up here and at least stay within the dozen that they would need to get the cover here. So I like the Pistons here. I'm with you guys on the Suns. I don't think the Wizards can play 2 good games in a row. The odds of that happening are slim. But the Suns, haven't been covering the big number either, so probably not rushing to the window on that one. All right, that covers the NBA. Brian, what are you selling today?
I'll tell you what, I got my NBA game of the month tonight, 12-1. I lost that Grizzlies playing overtime.
So what month is it? Is the April game of the month, or is it of the rolling 30 days? How exactly
game
does
of the month
game
for
of the
April.
month work?
Grizzlies blew a 13-point lead with
It's
6 minutes to go yesterday. Went to overtime. They looked like crap. Knicks were hitting three-pointers right and left. They could have thrown it behind their back and hit a shot in that game.
John Morant missed the layup at the buzzer. We saw it. It's painful.
It was painful yesterday. But anyway, I got my NBA game of the month. I'm trying to stretch that record out and move up that leaderboard in the NBA. Or you can get my Saturday game of the month 5-pack. It has 1 NBA, 1 NHL, 3 Major League Baseball, $50 at pickdogs.com premium picks.
Ron, well,
I got a 3-pack dual sport. You get 1 NHL, my play of the day in the NHL, and then you get my top 2 MLB plays as well for $29.95.
And for me, I've got Satisfaction Saturday. I've got 3 MLB plays I just love, and I got 2 NBA layups. 5 best bets. These are the golden opportunities to satisfy your cravings for some winners. I've got you covered today. We're going to posterize your bookie. Jump aboard. Big day.
Okay. Nice. Posterize. I like every Major League Baseball game on the board today, to be honest with you. I've drawn a line in the sand. I always play to the back of my card, so I'm going to be pretty spring-loaded this baseball season. I'm going to go on a heater. I guess I'm going to be the Sacramento Kings of the baseball because I've been
I think baseball is a lot more valued.
Well, I think what happened yesterday is the pick I gave out as a premium pick, they got no hit, and then every other game that I bet, every single game I bet won. Every game that I gave out on the show, if I could find the card, I think I hit every single game that I gave out, except for the Diamondbacks. I think I hit every single game. Is this yesterday's? No, this is a couple days ago. But I think I hit every single game. So today's my day. I got 5 Major League Baseball games. Brian's right. It's a crap card in the NBA. I'm gonna stay away from it. Maybe I'll put something in later on it. But I have 5 MLB plays. I could have easily had 15. I really like today's card. So let's get right into it and see if we all agree or disagree on these. We got the Marlins and the Mets. We've got the Rays and the Yankees. We got the Twinkies and the Mariners. We got the Brew Crew and the Cardinals. And let's just go with those 4. Brian.
Yeah, I learned my lesson yesterday. I made a mistake and took the Yankees. I'm going to take Chris Archer and the Rays. Homecoming back with Tampa Bay. I think he has a big performance against Domingo Garman and the Yankees. The number, anytime you see the Yankees at minus 120, it's just should send off alert bells. I missed it yesterday. I'm not going to miss it today. Take the Rays. Marlins plus 245. I think Trev Rogers on the mound against the stud for the Mets. It's just no way I can lay minus 275 with the New York Mets. That's crazy. I think the Marlins excellent value. Could have won yesterday. I think they surprised people and winning on the money line today.
Ron.
Yeah, I like the under in that Marlins-Mets game. Like Brian said, there's no way I can lay that juice with the Mets, even though they do have the best pitcher on the planet on the mound in this game. But I do think, the Marlins, one of, if not the worst offenses in the league so far. The Mets really haven't scored too many runs either themselves. I like Rogers for the Marlins. I think he's going to be a really solid pitcher for that team. So I think the under is a sharp play. 6.5 is really it's low for a reason. So I'll take the under. I also like the Brewers on the money line. Just not a big fan of Carlos Martinez. He did not impress in his first start of the season, and there's just no way I could pass up plus 100 odds with the Brewers against him. So I'll fade Martinez and take the Brewers.
When's the last time Carlos Martinez has looked like a legitimate Major League starting pitcher? When is the last time?
It's been a while.
Hey, 3 years
at least, right? Yeah. This guy was the number 1 starter in the Cardinals rotation. Now he's 5th, and I'm going to guess maybe after today or next start, he might never pitch again for these guys.
Yeah,
but Hauser hasn't been that great either.
It wasn't bad.
Mm.
5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, 1 long ball, 77 pitches against a good hitting Twins team.
Yeah. I think he gets the job done.
The Twins lineup's a lot better than this one that he's facing today. Rod?
For me, I'm going to take the Rays plus the 1.5. because that's going to be a one-run game the other way. Anyway, you slice it in that one.
Plus 1.5 on the Rays. What does that gem pay? Too good to be true.
Too good to be true.
Minus 170 or so, probably.
At least.
Big cup of juice.
It's got to be at least that. It's probably 200.
Yeah. No, minus 155.
Really?
Yeah, minus 155. So not bad.
It's a bargain.
I don't think you'll need it, buddy.
I'm still taking it anyways. And I agree with Ron. Give me the under in the Mets and Marlins game. We got a nice pitchers duel in that one. Runs are definitely going to be at a premium in that one. And I also like the under in the Twins and Mariners game as well. Kikuchi actually looked pretty good, pitching pretty solid. So I like the under in that one. Give me the under 8 in the Twins and the Mariners game.
I got to go over in that Twins Mariners. Kikuchi gives up the most home runs, and the Twins hit the most home runs. So this thing could be over in a hurry. And Michael Pineda, he's never been a minus. I mean, he's always minus 180. He's never pitched like a minus 180 guy. But I like the over in the Twins game. I like the Marlins also. I think you could even reverse run line that thing with the Marlins. Jacob deGrom, while he's won the Cy Young Award, and he's done all those great things, and he's had the low ERA, he's also been, outside of last season, he's been one of the toughest luck pitchers in all of baseball. He's one of those guys that pitches 8 shutout scoreless innings and doesn't get the win more often than any pitcher, I think, in the history of baseball. It's kind of like how Matt Cain was when he was like on top of the world in baseball, where he pitches the whole game. He takes his team deep because, there's 2 pieces to the puzzle there. Number one, he always pitches against the other team's number one, right? He always pitches against the other team's number one. So it's going to be tight games and one-run games and low-scoring games or whatever. He also has one of the worst bullpens in the history of baseball, the New York Mets, and we saw it last time he pitched. They absolutely imploded. And what makes the Mets bullpen, what magnifies the ineptitude, the just amateurism, the patheticness of what is the Mets bullpen and has been the Mets bullpen for the last decade, is when they have to come in following the best pitcher in baseball. It just makes them look they're throwing beach balls out there. And the thing is that the even worst part about the beach balls that the Mets bullpen throws is like there's no movement on the ball whatsoever. I mean, these guys, it's like, I don't know what's going on there. Who's coaching these guys? They have no movement on their throws. Zero. It's like, I mean, seriously, I might be a little old for it now, but it's like, give me a couple cracks at it. It's like hitting the goose at the batting cage, It's like, you go in there, it's like, everyone could hit after a while you could hit it, and it's like, major league pitchers take deep, man. Takes them deep. Anyways, I like the Marlins in that game, and I think you reverse run line it as well. I'm gonna go with the reverse run line because that's what I do. This is who I am. I'm not gonna apologize for it either. Hans, who does our golf, just sent me an email. I just saw it come across, and he says, if you're making any prop bets today, bet against Hovland. He's been hitting the ball all over the course. He has some good fortune with the bounces through the 2 rounds to maintain a respectable score. However, he's been awful in greens and regulation through 2 rounds. His luck around the greens ends today. After all, this is Augusta National. Have a great weekend. So there you go. I just got that email.
That's true. He didn't go bouncing around. He just been all over the place and
making
lucky
So was
saves.
I yesterday. I lost 3 golf balls yesterday. 3. 1 round. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. Oh yeah. Thing is, on 11, I couldn't even tell you where the ball went. I don't even know. It's probably sitting in the middle of the fairway. I mean, I have no idea where it went. Never saw it. I know it went really far, and no idea.
One of those. You just crack it, and you're like, Where'd I go?
Don't you hate when you're playing with somebody and they expect you to keep track of where they hit their ball at? That really gets my nerves. I don't want to be tracking somebody's ball.
Well, I think the pros have an advantage in that respect, in that they don't lose golf balls the way that we do, because it's like they have millions of people watching where the ball goes, right? And also, some of the more wilder golfers out there, you hit a couple patrons, man, it keeps the ball in. It's like it happens all the time. Phil Mickelson hit a guy in the head, kind of like a birdie. It's like it happens.
Well, you got to keep your eye on when you're playing me, because I might drop a ball out of my pocket if I can't find the ball if you're not looking.
No, we don't track that stuff. But
I'm slick, so you got to keep your eye on me.
No, it's karma. The golf gods always find a way to get.
I got my foot wedge and I got my pocket ball.
In Japan, Jumbo Ozaki was so popular they used to throw his ball back onto the fairway when he hit it into the rough. They used to run out and to pick up his ball, throw it into the middle of the fairway. True. Probably videos of it on YouTube. They did it all the time. So that's it for me on those. Go to the next set. Giants, Rockies. I don't know, man. Is Logan Webb a minus 180 pitcher? I like the Giants, and I always back them. And it's like I don't really have – the White Sox are my team. And I've always rooted for the Giants too, but I don't know, man. Minus 180 on Logan Webb. That's what you call expensive. Then it's the Astros against the A's after the A's finally broke the seal last night against them. You got the Indians. Savale is now the listed starter against Tarek Skubal, who has great stuff. You just can't win a game. Eventually, he's going to break through. He's going to win. He's going to be really good. I think that's what's going to happen. And then the Pittsburgh Pirates, Keller against Zach Davies. Even I got the Cubs today. Brian?
Oh, you're crazy. I think the best bet on that time frame is taking the Pittsburgh Pirates and Mitch Keller plus 135. You see that number dipping about 10 cents or so, but there's no way I'm taking Zach Davies on the road with the Cubs. Just minus 150. Way too much juice there. I think Pirates get a surprise win.
Anything else?
No, I'm tempted to take Skubal. I'm tempted to take the Tigers with that plus 150. I think he can have a breakout performance today, but the way that line's moving, I'm just going to steer clear and stick to the Pirates at that time frame.
Well, for me, I think in that Rockies-Giants game, the only way you can really play that game is if you take the Giants on the run line. Like Mitch said, minus 180 for Logan Webb is pretty crazy. There's really no value for taking on the money line, but we know that the Rockies are probably going to be one of the worst teams in baseball this year, and the Giants are up and coming. I think that if they win, they grab a 3-4 run victory. So I'll lay the 1.5. Don't love laying run lines, especially with the home team, because you're not guaranteed to have those 9 at bats, but the 9 innings of at bats. But I'll lay the 1.5 with San Francisco, and the Cubs Pirates game. It may be square, but I have to take the Cubs. Mitch Keller is really bad. He's just not a good pitcher. Awful. He's got potential. He's got some good stuff, but right now he is just not a guy you want to back. Although the Cubs have been miserable at the plate, they're batting 157 as a team. I just have to close my eyes and back them here. So I'll take the Cubs. Maybe lay the run line to get some value back, but I think they get the job done.
For me in that game, the Cubs game, exactly what you just said. Everybody's doing. Let's lay the run line with the Cubs. You get some value back, right? Yeah, no. I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Pirates plus the 1.5. I think the Cubs win the game, but I think it's a one-run game in this one. Where they're going to burn all that run line money today. Cubs win only by 1. I also like the Indians. The Indians are going to win the game, but they're only going to win that one by 1. It's like, to me, 99% of the bets are on the Indians run line. That is never a good sign. I'll take the Detroit Tigers plus the 1.5 in that game. And I'm with you. Give me the Giants on the run line. Looks like everybody is thinking this is going to be a one-run game, and I think the Giants blow up the Rockies today. Give me the Giants on the run line.
Rod's liking the +1.5 or -1.5 today, I noticed.
Yeah, it's Mr. Puckline. Got Puckline Zawacki. Got
But they're not bad. It's only that one. See the +1.
I like your Tigers one. I like the way you're thinking.
It's only -129. I think it got to be a 1-run game there. Indians win, but they only win by 1.
I don't know, a little bit of payback for that Detroit series in Detroit. The Indians kind of do it, and Scooble's been hit hard. I like Scooble. I think he has really, really good stuff, but sometimes that's not good enough. Someone's asking who we liked in the Real Madrid-Barcelona game. I don't think I've given out a soccer pick ever.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
I haven't looked at it. I haven't looked at soccer
maybe
since
the
the blow up.
Maybe in the World Cup.
I have not looked at the soccer since Bundesliga.
I expanded to hockey this year. I can't see myself doing soccer.
Yeah, I dropped my soccer arsenal.
Yeah,
My apologies. I can't. I haven't even looked.
Keller's terrible, man. It's like I'm not a Cubs person, and most people know it, man. I really hate the Cubs. I personally don't like them.
And the Cubs stink against Pittsburgh. They haven't fared so well the last 5, anyways.
Well, they
1-4.
No, they beat them. They beat them, and they just beat them and swept them at Wrigley, right? They just swept them.
2-1, I think,
2-1.
or maybe not.
Yeah, 2-1.
In Pittsburgh, we're talking here, though, right?
Yeah, but Zach Davies has pitched well in Pittsburgh. That's why the Cubs picked
I
him
know.
up. It's because he's a guy he was in San Diego last year, but he's been with the Brewers the whole rest of his career, so he's pitched against this division a lot. So I don't know. I don't have it as a premium pick or anything, and I'm not
rushing to the win.
It just seems super square to me. The Cubs.
Yeah,
$60 on the +1.5. Just feel.
I mean, you're the same guy that took the Yankees and the Dodgers yesterday, so it's.
Well, also took the Spurs yesterday, and that was a layup.
Yeah, we also had the Yankees and the Dodgers.
Yes, I did.
Took the Lightning this week, and
I didn't have the Dodgers.
You also took. You also took. What did you take in the early in? In the NBA, you took the Jazz, the Lakers, and the Suns. So I would call you Senior Square.
There's no choice today. There's not the card's a crappy card.
Got a 12.5-point favorite, a 14-point favorite in the Lakers. Yeah, I mean, I'm people. It's not picking on Brian, but it's like.
But yes,
I'm just calling it what I see.
You
had the Yankees yesterday. I mean, that was ridiculous. That was like, I mean, I've been cold, and it's like it's hard for me to say, but the Yankees yesterday could be one of the worst picks you've ever made.
I missed the boat on that one for sure.
I mean,
100%.
Even Steve Monahan, who used to do the show with me, so I used to live in New York, and we used to go to opening day. His brothers, he knows Cashman, so he would get our tickets from Cashman, and it's like we went to opening day every single year in Yankee Stadium that I live in New York. His brothers are like, I mean, the diehard of diehard Yankees, Giants. I mean, like every year opening day, every year, Yankees, Red Sox. I had to go to all the games. It was like. He even had the Rays yesterday. He even had the Rays yesterday. His premium pick. That's how automatic that was.
No, I don't like Rich Hill. I don't think he's much of a pitcher.
But starting pitchers only go 3 to 5 innings these days, And Rich Hill has always been a 3 to 5 inning guy.
No, I got the Rays today, so we'll see.
Okay, Brian.
I learned my lesson.
Gonna parlay that up with the Dodgers.
But you should have taken the Spurs yesterday. That was amazing.
It happens. I didn't have any of those. I had the Timberwolves. I think they blew the cover in overtime, right?
Yep.
Getting 9.
Half point.
Oh, I've had plenty of bad picks. I say it all the time. I never say I win them all. But I don't sit here and take the Yankees and the Dodgers, man. Most of my picks are because I'm swinging for the fences. I continue to swing for the fences. That's what I do,
When's the last time I gave out Yankees as a premium
Yesterday.
play? You probably have to go.
Yesterday.
No, that was a free pick.
We've taken the Lakers their last 2 games.
Not as a premium pick.
But you
You
sit
could go
here.
back over the last 10 years. I don't know if I've taken the Yankees more than 3 times, maybe.
You had the
in 10
Dodgers
years.
yesterday too. It was 270.
No, I didn't have the Dodgers.
Last 270.
It's a lot of juice.
Pirates win today. That's all I got to say.
All right. Got the.
I don't think they win. I think the Cubs win by 1 run.
There's a lot.
1 run game.
We've got a lot of
Pirates can't
disagreement
lose
on a
every
game that no one's got as a premium pick, right?
Right?
A lot of
Right.
I could easily have.
Yeah.
In fact, I got to write that Pirates game again. I missed
The
it.
White Sox game is now postponed.
Yeah.
Yeah, Royals would have won that.
Yeah. Right. The White Sox have been terrible against left-handed pitching over the last 2 years, right? What's their record against left-handed pitching in the last 2 years?
Let's see.
43-2 or something?
Something like that.
Something
How
like
many have
that.
They won in a row.
They had
saw quite a bit.
yeah,
in a row,
20 in a row, right, against lefties.
Yeah. They've got like a streak going against lefties. It's insane.
Anyways, well,
It's
it's
like White Sox against lefty? Oh.
one less game to cover. Got Texas Rangers against the Padres. I had the Rangers last night. They got no hit. It doesn't matter if they get no hit or not no hit. If you score 0 runs, you're not going to win the game. That's for sure. Orioles against the Red Sox. Steven Matz is now. I mean, he was in New York. He was terrible. He was always a big dog. Now he's in Toronto. He's favored every time. Minus 120 against a good hit. This Angels team. This is your year for the Angels, Brian. This is your.
I don't
year.
think Matz is that horrible. He was look up his career numbers. I bet he has a 3.7 career.
I have
ERA.
to say the Angels are kind of getting the A's treatment this year. They're way better than the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are not good. They're so overrated, man. So overrated. Blue Jays and Padres, two most overrated. Well, with the White Sox being canceled, let's just do those 3. Rangers, Padres, Orioles, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Angels. I think the Blue Jays are at 3 and 5, most overrated team right now. How are they favored against an Angels team that, I mean, did anyone see that game last night? If it was a fight, they would have stopped it. It was like, please stop. It was like, oh my God, do they stink? It's like ever since they put Ruffalo on second to start extra innings the other night, it was like the whole thing, the wheels are off the cart. It's like, I got an idea. Why don't we, it's like, this is going to really, really fluster them. Ruffalo, pinch run on second, man. Gotcha. It's like, it's like, I got chips. I mean, it's like, get off the couch. Head on over to the stadium. Get on second base. It's like, we need you to start the 10th. It's like, what was that? And it's like, I don't know, man. And then, this is the second time I've seen this season. The White Sox did it, and then the Jays tried it again last night. Let's try and blow a 85-mile-an-hour fastball past Ohtani. Let's try. Let's see if it works. It's like the ball goes so far out of the stadium. It's like, they show the exit velocity. The thing looks like a gas pump. It's like, it's just spinning and spinning. It was like, what was that, man? It's ridiculous. That guy can really, really hit a baseball. Anyways, any of these 3 beauties do you like, Brian?
Yeah, I think Bruce Zimmerman and the Orioles are probably the best bet that time frame over Richards and his dumpster fire pitching. I think the Orioles get one today, and then I like Lyles and the Rangers at plus 150. I think Paddock is not that he's seen better days, but he just doesn't look right to me. I think that's a good price, the Rangers, and those are the ones I like: Orioles and Rangers in that time frame.
So the guy who putted with a 3-wood broke his putter, is why he was putting with his 3-wood. He smashed his putter on the ground, broke it, and it broke the shaft.
And broke it. Oops.
It's not the first time that's ever happened. It happens all the time in these tournaments. Usually the guy's not in second place in the tournament. Usually the guy's way down the thing. Where you usually see the broken putter in the major is at the U.S. Open, is where they usually break it. Last year it was Henrik Stenson, or 2 years ago. Henrik Stenson was the putter breaker.
He smashed the putter. Yeah.
He broke it over the back of his neck. Ron, any of these three beauties?
Yeah, I like the Rangers too. Chris Paddock didn't look sharp in his first start. Got the loss in that one. Jordan Lyles did a decent job for the Rangers. He got the job done in his first start. Got the win for Texas. I liked the Rangers yesterday, but obviously they couldn't get a hit. But I think tonight you're getting good value. Just to me, after a no-hitter, Padres are only a -160 favorite. That kind of tells me all I need to know. I'll take the Rangers. And I also like the over in that Angels-Blue Jays game. 10.5 doesn't seem like enough. Steven Matz had a great performance in his Blue Jays debut, but we all know Steven Matz, and his career ERA, by the way, Brian, is 4.32. He's just not a good pitcher.
He's not good at all.
And against this type of team with so many right-handed power guys like Trout, Upton, and you got contact guys like Fletcher, and we'll see if Ohtani plays. He's left-handed, but just Angels lineup is not a good matchup for Matz, and we know Jose Quintana's not anybody to write home about. So I think both teams should be hitting away. I could see both teams 6-7 runs each.
Did you have a pick in the Orioles game or no?
No.
All right, so Rod, you're up. I keep track these days.
Boston and the Orioles, I like to go under the number, under 9.5. I know it looks like it's going to be an over, but I think it's going to be an under. Give me the under 9.5 in that one. I also like the under in the Texas game. You got a little bit of a lower scoring game. Lean to Texas, but I like the under better. And I'm with Ron. Give me the over in the Angels and the Blue Jays. They've been riding the over since they've been playing, so I don't see why we get off that train. They've been easily getting the over. Over again.
I'm taking the Angels and Quintana. I'm not even thinking twice about it. Quintana was great in spring training. And he's had stretches throughout his career where he's been good. Matz has never been good. And the Angels lineup from top to bottom is miles better than this overrated Blue Jays crap that they've shown out there. This Vlad Guerrero, you stink, man. You are just overrated, man. It's like you want that kind of billing and that kind of accolades, and it's like he hasn't really put it on himself, but it's like if you are getting those kind of accolades and that kind of thing, then you got to put up, man. You got to walk the walk, and he's not doing it. He's not. You should be able to carry a team on your back, and there's been Blue Jays players that have done that in the past. Jesse Barfield did it, and the guy Joe Carter did it. And, there's been a lot of guys that have done it, for the Jays, and I don't know. I don't see this guy doing it. I think when you need it. The other day he had the chance. He was at the plate. He had the chance to do it. He struck out. It's like, I don't know. It's not going to do it against this Angels team, which really, it used to, what the problem that they had before, it was just Trout and Pujols, right? And now it's like they kind of filled in a lot of those spaces with other guys that are actually getting hits and are excited to play. And that's Joe Madden baseball, is where he gets the most out of everybody. And as much as we hate Joe Madden, right, for the egomaniac that he is, he does get the most out of his players. And he did it in Tampa. He did it in Chicago, where, you want to talk about a bunch of whining little, crybabies, right, that he had to deal with. It was, romper room over there. And he still got them to the World Series. Romper room and then the wife beater, right? The closer wife beater that he had. It's like, let's stick a bunch of crybabies in with a wife beater. It's like, don't mess with Chapman. Don't say a word to this guy. He don't want to play the games with you guys. He's not in. It's like, guy's got a rap sheet about 6 miles long. You ever Google Aroldis Chapman's arrest record? You got about 6 or 7 hours to kill. It's like the one that he got suspended for when he tried to strangle his pregnant girlfriend. Like, that was just like one of like a mile long list that this guy's had. But Quintana, back on this thing with the Angels with Quintana, he hasn't been. He was involved in that big trade to the Cubs, right? So with the White Sox. So the White Sox looted the Cubs. He was never going to live up to that type of expectation. Eloy Jimenez, Dylan Cease, right, was in that trade. They got Jimenez, Cease, and somebody else, right, on top of those two. They got Cease and Jimenez in that one. They got, from the Red Sox for sale, they got Kopech, Moncada. Right? I mean, the White Sox have looted people in these trades. But Quintana, he's not that bad. He just is not, it's not Eloy Jimenez still season and everything else that came with. I mean, it was one of those trade deadline deals. Anyways, the Jays are terrible.
You don't find plus 100 kind of fishy
on the Angels?
Yeah.
No, because the Blue Jays are the team. They beat the Yankees 2 out of 3. So like the world is on them. The world loves them.
I think Quintana's a hot mess. I think.
Yeah,
okay.
that .29 ERA in spring training. He was terrible.
That was spring training. It's not. We'll see. I see. It seems too easy to take the Angels. I'm not buying it.
Number 5 in offense, number 19 in defense, while the Toronto Blue Jays 25th in offense.
That line looks like the Braves line yesterday.
Yeah, it does, exactly. I fell for that yesterday. I'm not falling for it today. Screw that.
Not falling for that banana in the tailpipe.
It looks exactly like the Braves line.
Like, oh, look, the Angels have been kicking everybody. They're kicking the Blue Jays' asses.
Oh, my buddy, yay!
No, thank you.
All right, speaking of bad picks, we got the Braves and the Phillies here. We got the Diamondbacks and the Reds. I had the Diamondbacks yesterday. I lost that one on the show. And then there's still no starter named here for the Nationals in this one because I still haven't seen a line. So I haven't done a video on that one because there is no line. Urias against TBD.
When is Strasburg ever coming back?
I don't know, Brian. Let's give him a jingle. Let's send out a tweet and ask him.
He just pitched, I thought.
Didn't he just pitch?
Against the Braves.
So,
I must have missed that one.
Doubleheader.
In the doubleheader, yeah. He lost.
In that late frame, I'm going to go Zach Eflin and the Phillies at plus 120. I might be taking another banana in the tailpipe tonight. It just he looked very dominant in last start, but then so did I think the value the lines dropped about 23 cents. I just think that people are going to be all over the Braves after their hitting performance last night. I'm going to stick with the Phillies. I like their lineup plus 120.
Yeah, I like the other side. I'm going to take the Braves. Zach Eflin, I think his performance in his season debut is a little deceiving. This is a guy that's usually good to give up 3-4 runs an outing. I think Ian Anderson has the better stuff and a lot more potential as well. And then we saw what the Braves bats can do. They're starting to heat up now. They're still only hitting 194 as a team, but I think they're going to grab another revenge spot win in this one. So I'll take the money line Braves here.
Rod?
For me, in the Braves and Phillies game, I'm going to take the over 8. We saw the over hit last night. Braves bats woke up. I think we easily get the over again. And the Reds and the Diamondbacks. I'm going to take the under in that one. I'll see a whole pile of runs, just like we kind of.
Brian, who'd you take?
The over.
I had the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line.
Who'd you take?
Ron? I took Braves.
Okay.
I took the over 8.
Yeah, I got it. And the Reds, Diamondbacks, you were on. You took the Reds again?
No, the under.
Got it? I'm taking the D-backs in that one. All right, we go to NHL. Usually a big card on Saturday. Let's see what we got. Flyers versus Bruins, Stars versus Panthers, Hurricane, Red Wings, Blue Jackets, Blackhawks, and Montreal against the Jets, Jets. Brian?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Flyers in this time slot, plus 105. I think you're getting nice value. Elliott in net, and he's had a 2.92 goals against average, 10-5 record. I think they have an excellent shot at home to knock off the Bruins, and I'll take a $60 flyer on the Detroit Red Wings over the Hurricanes. It's just a huge line. So I got to get involved somehow, and I'll take Detroit.
Yeah, I think this is a solid NHL card, lots of value. I'm going to give out my winner for the Bruins-Flyers game on the early premium show, but in that Panthers-Stars game, that line looks real fishy to me. I don't know about you guys, but for it to be minus 110 each side, I mean, the Panthers have obviously been a much better team this year. For that reason alone, I'm going to take the Stars. I just think somebody knows something that I'm not catching. I also, do we get to the 7 o'clock games?
Just the first one, the Canadians and things. So who'd you take? The Stars?
I took the Stars, yep. And that's all I like in that one.
Rod?
In that window.
For me, I'm going to take. I like Dallas as well. Give me Dallas over the Panthers. They've just been playing a little bit better hockey. They're actually starting to wake up with this Dallas team. When they always play solid defense and hang in there, I think they get the win in that one. And the Bruins in the early mornings, they don't like the early morning. They just seem to be like still hungover on Saturday mornings or something. I don't know what it is on Saturday morning games, but I'll take the Flyers. And we know we don't have Hart in net in this one, so give me the Flyers on the money line over the Bruins. And I like the Blackhawks. The Blackhawks have beaten up Columbus, and it seems like the only team that Columbus seems to play well lately is the Tampa Bay Lightning. And anybody else other than that, they just get their butt whooped. So I'm going to take the Blackhawks on the puck line. Nice Blackhawks minus 1.5. I think you can get that at almost over 2 times your money. Love that play today. Free play. There you go. Blackhawks, puck line. Columbus defense stinks. Stinks.
Taking the Jets on the puck line. It's too good to be true. It's a layup. Hot diggity dog. It's all of those things all rolled into one. It is just a beautiful thing that's happening there. Taking the Jets on the puck line. What's the worst odds we can get on that? Minus 230-ish?
A cup of juice.
Can we get the minus 230 on that? Because it's like the other day I had him at minus 211, but Rod found him at minus 230.
I've got it at minus 222.
Nice. I'm in.
Montreal's going to pummel them.
Rod, put $99. There's a price tag on that. Free pick. Put 99 on it. It's like Whole Foods pricing. Just throw $99 on it. Got the Maple Leafs and the Senators, the Lightning and the Predators, the worst name in all of sports. Blues against the Smudges, rematch. Calgary against Edmonton. And the Sharks and the Kings. Brian?
Oh, the Blues beat the Wild 9-1 yesterday. Common thinking would be a Minnesota bounce back and get some revenge tonight. I don't think so. I'll take the St. Louis Blues and that tiny bit of plus money. I think it's a tremendous value. I think they win this game in a close one, 3-2.
Yeah, I'm going to go on the other side. It's just thinking, if you lose 9-1 and the next day you're a favorite against the same team, I think that's for a reason. Wild, totally embarrassed last night, but I do think that they bounce back, get some revenge, and grab a win on the road. So I'll take them on the money line. I like the under in the Senators Maple Leafs game. These two teams usually playing higher scoring games, but I think this is the second to last of the season series. I just think defense is going to reign supreme in this one. I could see a 3-2 type of finish, so I'll take the under in the Senators Maple Leafs.
And for me, the Maple Leafs and the Senators, Battle of Ontario, definitely going to take the plus 1.5 in that one. That's got a 1-goal game written all over it. No chance the Maple Leafs are going to beat the Senators by 2 tonight. No chance. No chance. We'll take the Senators plus the goal and a half and a nice plus 120 in that one. Love that price on that one. Solid. If not, the Ottawa Senators are going to outright them. So I might even sprinkle a little on the money line at almost 3 times your money. Great value there. And the other one I like, I'm with Brad. Give me the Blues again. Blues have won 2 in a row and looks solid doing it. Whoop the 9-1, and all of a sudden they're going to bounce back from that. Blues found something that they're going to just chew it up and spin them out again. Give me the Blues on the money line as they roll over the Schmears. They made them look like Schmears last night. Woo! Roadkill.
Anything else?
Did we go all the way to the 8 o'clock games?
All the way to the
We
end.
went through
10 o'clock,
Yeah.
10:30.
Okay, well then the other one is the Battle of Alberta, and we're going to take the Oilers because Calgary stinks. I don't know what they're going to do this year. They're just awful. I think they might be sellers. Give me the Oilers. Blow up the Flames. I take the Oilers on the puck line as well. Look at that, another almost 2 times your money. Puck line winner today. Give me the Oilers on the puck line.
There's 0 chance Flames lose by 2 today. 0%. I'm writing that down. 0%.
It looks like to me like 67% of the bets and 62% of the money think that the Flames are going to make it a 1-goal game.
That's what timeouts are for, so you can discuss those numbers. I'm going to parlay up the smudges with the Sharks. And not going to apologize for it either. I'm going to throw my Jets puck line play in with those two. So it's the hockey birdcage here. Jets, smudges, Sharks. And I'm going to do this. Brings us to our long-awaited parlay section of the show. Rod gave out so many picks, I ran out of room on my card. So I had to write really small at the bottom. Rod just kind of like decided to just take over the show here today and gave out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 baseball picks today. So that's basically what happened here. He also gave out the most in each sport.
That sounds like some guys' premium cards that put out 20 plays a day.
Rod gave out 11 baseball, 6 hockey, and 5 NBA. So who says we're not giving out value on the show? These are the people that, I'm sure somebody will complain about that too. It's like, I'm sure I'll have an email, it's like.
There's too much value going on.
It's like I got an email, I get emails all the time about, you should have this person on the show. You should have this person on the premium pick show once a week. You should have this person on the premium pick show. I'm like, how many premium picks of this person's have you purchased? It's like, first you got to start there. And it's like, I don't bet enough to get the premium picks. It's like, well, let's look at the grand scheme of things. Okay. Number one, the grand scheme of things. Well, these guys are, the eye candy. They don't work for free, okay? So it comes out of my pocket, right? Number 2, so it's like you won't pay for it, but you want me to pay for your pick, right? It's like that is, that's par for the course, right? I'm the guy that sent out the T-shirts for free, right? The free T-shirts at $9 a piece plus $6 shipping, right? It was free T-shirts, right? So, but the thing is like, if you bought Ann's yearly package, it ends up, even if she just gives 2 or 3 picks a day, which is about what she gives, right? It ends up being about $2 to $3 a pick. So if you bet less than $2 to $3 a game, well, then I could see any kind of point in that, But it's like, even if you bet $15 a game, $3 wouldn't, if you wanted her picks. And the way she's been hitting this year, you would be way ahead. I don't know. Just little math there. It's like, it's amazing the emails that I get. people complaining about the free picks. Or, you know, we have a lot of YouTube Premium members, and we appreciate every one of you. But it's amazing the expectation. It's like, I mean, most people, they understand it, and it's like the whole idea is you have a variety there. So some people are going to be hot and some people are not. It's weird because in the YouTube Premium, my picks have actually been, if the overall record, I have the best overall record in the YouTube Premium. But if you look at my regular Premium picks, I'm dead last, you know, of between us. And then, you know, but people, they still, and I even say, like, we don't agree, it's consensus. Matter of fact, there's plenty of times where there's been Premium picks where one of us has a pick on the other side in the Premium. It happens all the time. So it's like, I don't know. It's not really, that's not what it's meant to be, you know? It's kind of like, it's not like a product where it's like you're paying $60 for a pick or something. It's a product where you're paying like 25 cents. So it's kind of like you take it or leave it. And if it's in sync with what you're doing, you know, then that's great. If it's not, it's not. And you kind of can leave it to the side and say, I missed that one yesterday, right? And it's like, it happens, you know, and I don't need to be thanked every time I give out a winner, you know. It's like, just like I don't want to be kicked in the teeth every time I give out a loser, you know. It's like, I move on to the next day. It's like, we appreciate it, that you guys appreciate it, but you don't have to like, oh, thank you, Mitch, for giving me. It's like, you know, thank you, Mitch, for giving me the Rangers last night. They got no hit. You know, it's like, they didn't, it's like they would have scored the same amount of runs if they didn't even show up. You know, it's like they scored the same amount of runs. They got the same amount of hits if they never even took the field. You know,
some books refund you when the other team no hits them or something like that.
Yeah, we can't. It's like, I don't know what we should do. I already gave out free T-shirts.
Yeah, I would say that, you know, the YouTube Premium, the good thing about it at that price point is, you know, these aren't really picks that you need to necessarily set it and forget it, but, you know, you hear all the different analyses and you can make your best judgment based on, you know, what, like Mitch said, what you're usually doing. If that matches up with what you want to bet with, then you go with the pick. But, you know, you get so many picks each day by so many people, you want to make sure you know, bet what you like. You know, don't just force it just because it's a premium pick, you know?
Yeah, it's like, it's not meant to be that way,
yeah.
You know? It's not saying...
Or if Rod's on fire in Major League Baseball near the top of the leaderboard, maybe you want to go with Rod's Major League Baseball picks, and maybe with me in the NBA on my hot streak, maybe you want to follow my NBA
yeah,
pick.
Or, I mean, there's a lot of people on YouTube that just fade my picks. You know? It's like... I just fade all of it. I just follow this channel just to fade you. It's like, just make sure you.
3-0 yesterday.
I say one thing. You know?
Included my oops.
I say one thing. Just
included my oops when I was reading out the Giants. On
yeah,
the
I mean,
recap.
you know,
Like,
we've all gone through hot and
Reds.
cold streaks in
Yeah,
those picks, but it's like, you know,
So.
it's like, you know, I say, you know, it's fine. You want to watch my videos just to fade me? I'm fine with that. You know, just make sure you smash the like button. Feel like some of these. I mean, we should. I always say we should do Mitch's mailbag, but I think some of the emails are so vulgar, man. They're so nasty.
I think every day you should do an email.
So venomous. I don't want to do an email. I want to add another show, actually, but it's like I don't even know how I'll have time to do it. But I have a show that I want to add. I have a great idea for a show, and I want to add it in the afternoon. It's what I wanted the drive-through to be. I like what the drive-through is, but it's what I planned the drive-through to be. But I think that I could do a different show, and you know, I want to do like a late money show. You know,
see, I was thinking more like a Tonight Show with David Letterman, where they have a guest capper on it. You guys are talking about.
No,
the
that's
next
not what
day.
I'm. Well, that could be your show, but the show that I want to do is like a late money show. You know, like where you look at the late liners and the late money in all these games, because that shifts throughout the day. You know, the amount of money and bets and all that stuff. So it shifts, and we could have like, this is what it looked like at noon Eastern. This is what it looked like at 3:00 Eastern time, and this is live. You know, right now, what the money looks like. So here's
Especially
how the
NBA.
money is shifting throughout the day. You know, we call it money moves. You know,
Nice.
with Ron Romanelli.
It's the Al Nino Show.
Yeah.
All right, Rod, you got a parlay for these nice people. Make sure you hit the like button. It's greatly appreciated.
I got 2 parlays for these nice people today. Since we're lost, I think I can squeeze a couple of parlays. We're gonna go with one hockey line. We're gonna go with return of the puck line parlay. We're gonna go with the Chicago Blackhawks on the puck line, the Oilers on the puck line, and the Ottawa Senators on the puck line parlay. That nice puck line parlay. And then we're also gonna go for one in baseball. We're gonna go with the Braves over 8 runs, Texas money line, and we're gonna go with the Giants on the run line. Parlay those 3 out. Baseball and hockey parlay.
I'm officially out of card on Rod's picks. You see it? Which column is Rod?
The one in the middle.
Ron, what do you got?
All right, I'm going to give out a 4-teamer. We got the Dallas Stars on the money line. We got the Milwaukee Brewers on the money line, the Atlanta Braves money line, and the San Francisco Giants on the run line.
Brian?
Toronto Raptors minus the points, the Montreal Canadiens on the money line, and the Philadelphia Phillies on the money line.
Loves Eflin. Brian loves him some Eflin. I'm going to go with the Marlins with the Angels. And I don't know what this even says. It's one of the early baseball games. Can't even read it. Can't read my own writing. Oh, Twins. Over in the Twins game. So it's the Marlins, the Angels, and the over in the Twins game. So, recapping today's show. In basketball, Brian likes the Jazz, Senior Square Lakers, Raptors, and the Suns. Ron's got the Jazz, the 76ers, and the Warriors. Rod's got Raptors, Nets, Kings, Blazers, Rockets, and I took the Cavs, Nets, Jazz, Pistons, Suns. Actually, I could have thrown that Cavs in with my other Cavs money line. You know what? We'll take out that Twins there, and we'll go with Marlins, Angels, Cavs money line instead.
How are the Nets not square? That doesn't make any sense.
Because they're playing the Lakers, Brian.
Yeah, but they got like 80% of the money and 67% of it. I mean, that's as square as you can
How about
get.
this one, Brian? Here's a good parlay for you. How about Yankees, Lakers, Dodgers?
Well, you forgot like a hockey Tampa Bay Lightning or something.
Anyways, in baseball, Brian took the Rays, the Marlins. Brian finally got on board with the Rays. The Marlins, the Pirates, the Orioles, the Texas Rangers, and the Phils. Ron took the under in the Mets game, 6.5. Looks a little sucker-ish to the rest of us, but that's his pick. The Braves, Giants run line, Cubbies, Texas Rangers, the over in the Angels-Jays game, and the Braves. We took the Braves twice. Who is that at the bottom?
A parlay, too.
Oh, no. This is the Jays, and then who was someone that's got... I don't know. Oh, yeah, the Braves were there. So the first one's not Braves then. So Rays, under Mets. Brewers? Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, Brewers.
Under in the Mets game, the Brewers. Giants run line, Cubs, Rangers. Over in the Angels, Jays, and the Braves. Can't read my own writing. Rod took, if you got time for this one, Rays plus 1.5. The under in the Mets game. The under in the Twins game. The Pirates plus 1.5. The Tigers plus 1.5. The Giants run line. The under in the Orioles game. Texas under. Over in the Angels game. Braves over and Reds under. I took the over in the Twins game. The Marlins on the reverse run line. The Angels and the Diamondbacks were my picks. Then in pucks, Brian took the Red Wings and the Blues. 2 of the original 6. Ron took Stars Wild and the under in the Senators game.
You forgot my Flyers pick.
Oh. Take a flyer on the Flyers.
All
All right. Rod took the Stars, the Flyers, the Blackhawks, the Senators plus a goal and a half, the Blues, and the Oilers. Rod's super active today. And I took a parlay of the Jets on the puck line, which is hot diggity dog, too good to be true, all rolled into one, with the Smudges and the Sharks. Then parlay time. Brian parlayed the Raptors with the Cardinals and the Phillies. No, that's not the Cardinals. The Canadians. The Raptors with the Canadians and the Phillies, not the Cardinals. Ron took the Stars, the Brewers, the Braves, and the Giants run line. Rod took the Hawks puck line, the Oilers puck line, and the Senators puck line. And then he took the Orioles. The Braves over, Texas, and Giants run line. I took the Marlins, the Angels, and the Cavaliers money line. That's all the picks for today's show. People say they always want to recap, so we started recapping again. That is everything. Class secretary. Thanks everyone for joining us. It was fun. Enjoyed it. It was fun while it lasted. Be sure to smash that like button. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and of course, going to try and act more professional tomorrow.